Hi there, my name is Kris Barocsi. In today's Guitar Tweakz video, we're going to be checking out 11 fantastic Strat mods. If you check out the description under the video, you'll find really interesting infos, time codes if you jump over parts of the video, links to the gear I'm using, all interesting stuff. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the subscribe button and the bell and everything, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section. That helps me a lot. Let's get into it. Modification number 1, pickups. Of course, you need really good pickups if you want your Strat to sound good. Not even only a Strat, all types of guitars. On electric guitars, pickups are very important. I'm Captain Obvious, stating the obvious. I have Seymour Duncan Antiquity pickups in this guitar. So I think the Surf, the Antiquity 2 or whatever it's called. These two in the neck and the middle. And I'm really happy with it, but there are so many other pickups out there which are fantastic. Mod number 2, that's a Tele bridge pickup. I'll show some close-ups. You even see the 3 screws. Why would I put a Tele pickup on a Strat? It has more mid-range, a bit more punch, a little bit less edgy. Of course, your second position changes a little bit in comparison to 3 Strat single coils, but it's still very stratty and spanky. I mean, come on. Is that not a cool sound? I think it's the best Strat mod ever, and I'm really surprised that you don't see this a lot. Mod number 3, with really good quality electronics, pots, wires, capacitors, switches and everything. You can get so much more out of your guitar, and many people underestimate the electronics. Think about it. Your signal goes through the pickups into your electronics, and then it comes out through the cable. Why would it not have a huge effect on your sound? So make sure, if you put in expensive pickups and you really want to upgrade the sound of your guitar, to take a look at the electronics as well. I'm using the Emerson Custom parts. It's one of the best, if not the best, electronics I've ever came across. It's incredible. Makes a huge difference. Modification number 4 is gonna be a tone knob for the bridge pickup. If your guitar doesn't have this mod, just make sure you let someone change it or you change it yourself. It makes your single coil sound so much more usable for rock sounds, for whichever sounds that doesn't need that pokey, crazy treble. Mod number 5, treble bleed mod. If you don't have a treble bleed mod and you use your normal strat, what you'll hear is that when you turn your volume knob from 10 to, I don't know, 5, just to have a bit less volume, bit less gain if you play dirty, you will also lose lots of high end. So your sound will get all muddy and too warm and not really balanced. I'll show you just a few settings of my volume knob, all the way up to 10. Then on 7. Then on 5. Then on 3. Endless variations of cool sounds, and you don't notice any change in the EQ of your sound. You only get a bit less volume, of course, and mostly your distortion disappears. I highly recommend using a subtle treble bleed mod on strats. Mod number 6. This is a roasted maple neck. It's a Warmoth Fender licensed neck, which is very nice because you don't have to have finish on the back of the neck. They will not twist due to sweat or humidity. Because of this roasting process, you can just sort of oil it and wax it, and that's it. It's really smooth. It doesn't get sticky when you sweat on stage or anything, and it looks pretty, and it smells like bacon. What? It does. Of course, it's not easy to modify your strat if it just has a normal maple neck. You cannot just put it in your oven. In case you want to swap your neck anyhow, maybe check out roasted maple necks too. Mod number 7 is gonna be the unfinished neck, which you can of course do normal maple necks as well. You just have to make sure that you oil and wax the wood pretty often. Like I would say at least once a year, if not twice, because with that protection you're safe. It's all right. There, I don't know, hundreds, thousands or millions of Music Man guitars and Charvel guitars and so many guitars out there which doesn't have any finish on the neck, and they don't twist, they're just fine. Just have to make sure to close those wood pores and use oil and wax, and then you're safe. Mod number 8, thin finish. It doesn't really matter what sort of finish you're using. If it's a poly finish, a UV finish, a nitro finish, the only thing that matters, in my opinion, is that the finish has to be thin. Because as soon as it's like a 1 mil or even thicker, robust plastic finish, like a poly finish, no wonder all those guitars finished that way have a completely different sound to Fender custom shops or any other brands really, which finish guitars really thin. It doesn't have to be a nitro finish, it doesn't have to be relic or anything. A thin finish or no finish at all is what's gonna help your guitar to vibrate, resonate, give you most sustain and more of an open sound and woody sound. Mod number 9, nut material. Make sure you don't have the cheap soft plastic nut on your guitar, because in many cases that's what you get, but you really want to get rid of it and and use maybe like a Graphtec nut or bone nut, which is my favorite, especially on vintage style guitars. Both of these materials, and also this micarta, which is also like a new bone, sort of a artificial bone material. All these materials are really good because they don't need to be lubricated. Your string slides through and gets back to its normal position after bending or after using your trem. So that's something that will make your sustain better, make your guitar more stable tuning wise, and just make your life better. And they last longer too than all these cheap plastic nuts. So that's very important. Mod number 10, the tremolo. I could talk about the whole system, which all matters. If you use proper materials, you'll have a better tone, you will have a longer sustain. But one thing in particular is really important. Of course, the saddles, if you have steel or brass saddles, will change the sound extremely, and also the block. In this case, I have a huge steel block here, and that's very important to have better sustain and more of a full and rich sound. Make sure to change at least the block, but since it's really not easy to get just a block that fits your whichever trem, you know, it's probably easiest to get a high quality trem system with a proper block. For that, I love the ABM parts, guitar parts. It's a German company in Berlin, I think, and the guys do fantastic job on all sorts of guitar parts. I don't have any tuning issues since I have this trem on my guitar, which is weird because with a Strat you almost always struggle with staying in tune. And it's still in tune, crazy. Mod number 11 is these springs. You really don't want them, you know, jingling around and making weird noises and getting on your nerves. It's crazy and it's really annoying, especially if you want to record. That's a very high-tech and modern modification. I've sticked a kitchen towel, a paper towel. It didn't cost me a thing. And it works, it's perfect. You can use a tissue, you can use whatever you have around. Just make sure those springs don't create weird vibrations or dampen your sustain on some notes. Because that's what I've heard. I'm not sure which it was, maybe a B, maybe an A. There were some notes where I kind of found like, wow, where's my sustain? And then I tried to, you know, dampen the springs, and my sustain was there again. So it can cancel some frequencies and cause some issues and kill the sustain on some of your notes. So it's very useful and it doesn't cost a thing. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell and comment and let me know what's up. You can like it if you liked it. And I'm really happy you made it till the end. Cheers, take care, and see you next time.